Hey guys,
Hello.
and welcome to another episode of
Masse Art Studios.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Lee.
Welcome, thank you for being here. I'm so excited about today.
You're always excited.
I am. I'm always excited about painting.
He's either excited, or he's interested, or he's surprised. One of those three.
Well, hopefully you're going to be surprised.
I hope so too.
Yeah, we have some great colors picked out today.
Right.
We're really excited.
We're doing different colors today.
We are. We're actually going to do different colors
Yeah.
than the same colors because we're using leftover paint.
We are.
And we only have so much of certain colors, so we just decided to go ahead and use up the paint that we have. So
Yeah.
we're doing different colors on our paintings.
So no limitations on each other
Yeah.
here in any way. We're both
Yeah.
doing exactly what we want to do.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday to you all.
Yes, that's right. It's
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it is.
Yeah. So, I'm excited. We had our auction.
We did.
What else did we do? We did the live stream.
We did.
And
today is the day that we're going to announce at the end of this episode who won the reward for the Whose Pour Is It Anyway collab.
that's right.
With Mina
Yes.
Mina Villegas Art.
Yes.
So please stick around till the end of this episode and you'll see exactly who won the prize.
oh my God, that's so exciting.
Right.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah, me too.
And I think that's about it, really. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
it's
about
just
it.
a normal episode today.
Yeah,
so
just a
we're
great
gonna
episode.
have some fun throwing paint on a canvas. Oh, no, what pour are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm going to do a rect ring because I'm in the rect ring mood. Like I've gotten
Right.
into the zone about that.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely doing a rect ring.
Awesome. And I'm going to use a split cup. I'm just deciding as I go whether I ring it or whether I straight pour it. But there would definitely be a straight cuppage moment for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'll probably end up breaking out the LAZY DEBRA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All
well,
right, guys.
with that, let's get pouring.
Let's do it!
All right, guys, here we go. It's Jeremy here. I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to start. I got my colors ready. I got my little flippy thing to go to, my little flippy thing.
I love how you look at me as if to say, what's this called? It's the Oxo spatula.
The Oxo spatula.
The link is on the Amazon.
Yes.
The link to the Amazon item is in the description box.
Yes, yes. So this is my colors that I'm going to be using today. I felt very green and purple, so I'm doing this. This is Golden's teal, phthalo teal. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, phthalo teal.
We believe.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Yes, we believe. I believe. Now this is the Pistachio Pearl Green by Arteza. This, I believe, is the Violet, and I think this is by Golden's also. Okay.
Permanent Deep.
Permanent Deep Violet. This one, I'm not so sure about.
I think that's in Amsterdam.
You can't see the colors like, it's like this
that's
purplish.
like red, permanent red violet or something.
Yeah, I
it's
think
called.
that's it. Yeah. And then this green is, I think this is an Arteza green. I just don't remember which one. But that's what happens whenever you get to use leftover paint.
We should write on our plastic lids what they are.
Yeah, totally. That's what we should start doing. It's a good idea. See, preparation.
Exactly.
And then this is the Pearl White by Golden's.
Iridescent pearl white.
Iridescent Pearl Whites, which is beautiful.
Now tell me about your canvas.
My canvas is a 16 by 16. It is taped and pinned, ready to go. And yeah, it is a Blick canvas that we got. And if you need canvases or any kind of paints, we have a link in our description box. You can follow that. It helps support our channel, so it's awesome. All right, I think that we should get started because I am ready to use this wrecker that I made from a comb.
Now, tell me about the comb. Where did you get it from?
I got this from like the dollar store, and what I did was I broke every other little tooth off here, if you will, this pick. I broke every other one of them off to make this. So it's a little bit bigger and it's a little bit wider than my Wolverine wrecking ring tool. And this one actually is from Cesto Men. C-E-S-T-O Men. Cesto Men? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm probably gonna just hack that name. I'm so bad with pronunciations. I can barely speak English. So anyway, so this is my wrecker. So let's go ahead and mix this cup. I got my cup right here. I'm ready to mix my paints. So let's see.
We love that phthalo teal by
God.
Goldens. It was sent to you in your Secret Santa box by
Mina.
And we used all 16 ounces of it in the space of like 2 weeks.
Oh, I know.
And we use it in very, very small amounts.
Very small amounts.
Yeah, it's been a regular feature here on the channel for a little while.
Pistachio. You gotta be careful with this pistachio because it actually turns really light. Like it gets, you know.
Those Arteza pearl colors are very cool and they look great in the tube or the pouch. But if you use too much of a pouring medium with them, they do tend to go just very, very pale. Almost like pearl white. So do be careful with them. But they're also very good to use for separating darker layers for that very reason.
Yes. You know what? I'm gonna do this green next.
What made you think of purples and greens? Was it just the colours?
Yeah. It was just, I really wanted to use purples and greens together for a long time actually. And we just never really.
Now, do you fear that purple and green will have the same effect that red and green will, and they'll just go brown?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
I think these paints are very thick. It's our normal kind of everyday pouring consistency.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's watching, watch number 54, episode number 54, and that's our mixing and prep episode. You'll know that this is 50% Floetrol, 25% acrylic, 25% gloss medium.
Yes.
So they're nice and sturdy. They'll hold up in a nice ring.
I think I did this purple next.
And for anyone that gets worried that we tilt off too much paint or we waste too much paint, as you can see, these are all of our leftovers.
Yes, exactly. I think I did this next. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit more pearl white in there. And I think I went this green next.
And we calculated that this canvas is a 16 by 16. If you multiply those two figures together and then divide it by 28, what you get is 9 point something. So this canvas can easily hold should hold about 10 ounces of paint. That cup is a 16 ounce cup.
Yeah.
So even if you filled it all the way to the top, it's not too much because you're going to tilt a lot of it off anyway.
Yes.
And you're not adding a flow extender to this, right? Sorry, you're not going to cover the whole of your canvas. You might put a little puddle, but you're not going to flood the canvas.
Yeah.
And for everyone out there, you'll notice that in this pour there is 0 gold.
I know. I love my gold. Okay, this is going to be the last.
Okay. And are you going to pour a puddle of pistachio on the canvas to pour the ring into?
No, I'm going to pour a puddle of white.
Ooh.
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes, I'm going to use a little bit of white, just a puddle of white, and I'm going to do the white around the edges, just so that way it's a little bit of a flow extender.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'll do that after Okay. Let's get to pouring. Oh man, a little bit of a squiggly. I can fix that though.
That's why you got your little skewer.
Yes, I got my little skewer here, but I'm loving these colors.
You've been wanting to do a green piece for a little while.
Yes.
A green piece.
A green piece. Yes. Mm. All right, I'm gonna torch this out. Get all the bubbles out because we don't want any pock marks when it dries.
So when we were doing our last episode, and in a lot of the episodes, I actually cut you out torching because, you know, it can be a little boring, plus it's also kind of noisy.
Yeah.
But everyone was saying in the channel, you know, in the live chat, when do you torch?
Got it.
So I just want to say to everyone, we normally torch before we tilt and after we tilt.
Yeah.
It's just you don't always see it on the episode.
I like to get my corners really good.
Now to wreck those rings.
Yes, let's wreck some rings. I think I'm gonna go this way and then this way.
And
Yes.
talk to everyone about the speed at which you're going to wreck this.
Yeah, you want to go nice and kind of just kind of slow.
Right.
Because you really want the direction, like the little arrows to go with each one.
And why are you holding it at an angle? Why are you not holding it straight
Holding
up?
it like this, so that way I can drag the paint more.
Okay.
If you go this way, it just kind of makes a line. When you go this way, it drags the paint and makes a little bit more of a wrecking sensation.
Okay, never knew that.
Yeah.
Every day's a learning day.
I'm also going to do one just like I think across here.
Okay.
I think I need something else. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. All right. So everybody, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's tilting time. Get it. All right. Let's tilt this baby. I think I'm going to come. Let's go this way with it a little bit.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea. Cannot take this anymore. There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid. Dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea. Cannot take this anymore. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore
All right, guys, I am in love with this painting. I love the center. It looks kind of like a flower. The colors worked out amazing. I am really happy and proud of this piece. I love it. I hope you guys like it too. Let me know in the comments.
You're getting really good at wrecking these rings, boy.
I'm loving this. So I'm gonna torch it, I'm gonna clean up my edges, and then we'll take you in for a close-up.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay everyone, it is Lee here and now it's my turn. So my setup here is a split cup. It's a 3-channel. This is a Mixed Media Girl split cup. I can't tell you how excited I am to have purchased the 4-channel, which is winging its way to me. Go to Masse's Etsy store if you want to grab hold of this awesome split cup. And what this has, which a lot of them don't have, is this beautiful channel to allow the paints to mingle at the very end. So I love this cup. Thank you, Masse. I've got my 16 by 16 inch, but I got it on a LAZY DEBRA just in case. I may decide not to use this because, to be honest with you, I'm kind of still deciding what to do, but it's here just in case. And let me show you my colours. So I also have the pearl white, that's by Goldens. We have the DecoArt 24 karat gold. Ooh. And I have the pearl space grey.
Oh.
So I'm using the grey rather than the black this time round, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those 3 colours. And then for blues, I have greyish blue that's actually added some Sargents pearl medium to it.
Oh.
And I've got here, this is King's blue, but I added Prussian blue to it. So I wanted a really kind of, not quite so dark, but a darker and a lighter blue. Then I've also got here, this is Amsterdam's, I think it's Permanent Red Violet. This is a Pearl Violet. I guess this is probably an Artist Loft colour. And then I got a bit of magenta to throw in it too.
Problem child.
We're going to use this one sparingly, but I'm going to give it a go, you know, and see what happens. And we're going to ring pour from the split cup onto the canvas using the LAZY DEBRA, and then we'll see what happens. There's an element of wing in this one today. So Jeremy, I'm going to layer my beautiful split cup right here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is in the far to my left-hand channel is do a mix of these colours, and it's going to go white, space grey, gold. Okay. In this channel, in fairly small-ish layers. Always remembering that the colour that you put in first is what's going to come out last. So I've got to remember that as I'm pouring these colours into this channel, and I want at least 2 layers of these colours, which I'm going to get by pouring them into here.
Nice.
So that's my first channel mixed. Then I'm going to take the blues, and I'm going to put the blues in the middle channel. And I'm going to start with the colour that I mixed, with a fairly thin layer of it. And then I'm going to put a small layer of the pearl on top. It's just a tiny bit. Then I'm going to go in with my concoction of my favourite greyish blue by Amsterdam with a bit of pearl medium. Then I'm going to put a tiny layer of magenta just to see what this does with the blues. Like the smallest layer. Then I'm going to go back in with the Prussian King's Blue mix. A very small layer of the blue, of the white, I'm sorry, of the pearl white. And the greyish blue. And then I'm just going to put the blue on top.
This is going to be really interesting.
It is going to be very weird. Let's see what happens. Okay, now with my purples, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to put a small layer of the purple, this time a thin layer of gold, really small, and then the pearlized violet, a really, really thin layer of magenta.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremy, I know you're trying to do what I did to you the other day, unsuccessfully trying to put me off.
I'm not trying to put you off. I think you're doing good. I think you're really stepping outside the box and you're doing something really amazing.
Well, thank you for that. I'm definitely trying a colour that we don't use a lot of here on the channel. But I'm using it really sparingly, so I'm not being super, super brave by any means. Okay, let me just put a little bit more purple in the top. Okay, got it. Now this canvas, this split cup is a 16-ounce split cup, so there is way too much paint in there, so I might not even get down to the very bottom, but we will see. Okay, what I am going to do, however, is put a puddle of gold in the middle of the canvas, and that's what I'm going to ring upon. Moving everything out of the way, just in case they do decide to spin this bad boy out. So here is my split cup, my wonderful colours in it. Jeremy, I'm going to pour straight onto here. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
Let's do this. What's going to happen with that magenta in there? Maybe nothing at all, we will see. There's a little hint of it. There's the pearl white coming out, mixing with the colours. There's a little streak of magenta again. Wonderful space grey layers. I thought I wasn't going to maybe use every single bit of this cup, but I am. I'm going to use every last drop of it. Okay. So I see where I can see where my rings are, and following my rings, I'm now just going to mix in that very last little squiggle on there. Jeremy.
Yes.
You may be surprised to know that I am actually going to wreck it.
Oh my gosh.
I know, how crazy. So here's the rest of my pearl white, and I'm going to do a ring around the piece, because this is what I'm going to take on the inside when I wreck it. So let's do a layer of white first, and then let's do a layer of purple. This is going to be kind of my flow extenders into, this is going to be what I'm going to drag into the middle of this piece. And then I'm going to just add the flow extender on the outside. There's my purple and there's my white. And then my flow is actually black. So let's just get the edges of this, just make sure that these are all covered. Even in my head, I'm talking myself out of wrecking this, but I'm going to do it.
Oh, I think it's going to be lovely.
Lovely. Let's just see.
It's going to be absolutely splendid.
This is just black, watered down, great consistency. This is leftover paints that we collect up, and then we just use it in this way to extend the flows of the paint. Alright, So, taking Jeremy's ring wrecker and being spurred on by you all that commented in the last video that was like, Lee can't wreck a ring, and I'm like, no I can't, you're right, but I'm going to give it this a go anyway. I'm going to start off the canvas and I'm going to go right through the middle. So let's see what happens here.
And you don't want to push hard.
No, just drag, right?
Yeah, just drag really lightly.
Thank you, Charles.
You got this. Why are you stopping?
I had a thought.
Uh-huh.
My thought is I'm going to get the rings to come in the other way on the other side, rather than them all having pointed in the same direction.
Very nice. That's, you know what, that's really interesting that you thought of that.
I always think they look like little curtains.
It does. That's really cool.
I might have messed my middle up, but we'll see what happens. Listen, nothing ventured, nothing gained in this, right?
Exactly.
Okay, next I'm going to torch. So I haven't torched this at this point yet, and I do see lots and lots of bubbles. I see some really interesting things happening with that lighter blue and these beautiful kind of bubbly cells that happened over here. I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the middle as I wreck this in two different directions. But we'll see. And I am going to spin this. I'm going to spin it out on the LAZY DEBRA and see what happens. I may end up taking it off and tilting it too, but I'm going to start with the LAZY DEBRA and see what happens. Alright, Jeremy?
Yes.
It's not tilting time, but it is spinning time. So let's spin this out and see what happens.
But I don't wanna fall. I know with you I have to learn my lessons. You go up when I go down. You see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around. Oh, you go up when I go down. You see clear when I go blind.
I'm going to lift this canvas up. Will you move Deborah out of the way for me?
I will.
Thank you. That tearing that you heard was, I put some backing on the back of the canvas just to make sure that it didn't go flying everywhere as I spun her out. The only thing that I'm kind of not overly in love with is maybe this gold area down here on this side.
I agree.
But I don't want to compromise the composition. What do I've got left in my cup? Not a lot. Huh. But I do really love this end. Okay, let's take this gold layer off and see what I get if I just go completely diagonal.
I would totally stretch that
This blue
that blue
magenta
out a little bit more, yeah, too.
You'll always be around. The show is over. Now you finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. Promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. blind. And oh, I hope you always be around. The show is over. Now you finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you. Waiting. You go up when I go down, and you see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around, and oh, I hope you always be around. The show is over. Now you finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. I promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. I'm waiting. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you.
That is it, I'm done fiddling with it. So I really love the blue and the magenta here in this corner, and I didn't want to tilt that off, and I actually really love what started to happen here with the blues and the space grey and the gold. So I'm going to leave this one exactly how she is. On this camera it looks very pearl and very pastel, but we'll take you in for a close-up. Hopefully you'll get to see all those wonderful lines. So that's it. I'm going to torch this one last time just to get all those bubbles because there's lots of them. And then I'm going to clean up my edges and we'll show you a bit of a close-up.
I know with you I have to learn my lessons. You go up when I go down. You see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around. Oh, you go up when I go down. You see clear when I go blind. And oh, I hope you always be around. The show is over. Now you finally know.
So there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
Another pour in the bag.
Yes.
A couple of wrecked rings for you, one of them on a split cup. Jeremy, tell me about your piece. Did you enjoy the wrecking of the ring again?
I think it came out beautiful. I really
Right.
do. I really loved how that came out.
You definitely, and have said this, admittedly love the chaos of a wrecked ring.
I do.
But you actually do pour some really beautiful rings too. So
Thank you.
I am going to challenge you, as I have done in the past, to do a ring to keep the composition and not to wreck it in the future.
Okay.
Just because I'd really love to see, and maybe even multiple rings on a canvas without
Okay.
you wrecking them, because you do really awesome rings.
Thank you.
I didn't detest wrecking this ring, which may mean that I have advanced in my bravery.
I was very proud of you for doing that.
Thank you. I was slightly proud of myself too. But I love my split cup and I love the LAZY DEBRA, so altogether I really love playing around with those paints.
I know.
Fun. If you can see that we've got like gaps on our wall, it's because the auction is finished. And thank you to everyone that bought a piece. We really appreciate you, and they will be winging them ways to you very shortly. But let's take everyone in to see those dried results from the pours we've
Okay.
just done.
So Lee, this is your amazing piece of artwork. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about it?
Well, it was amazing until someone stuck their fingers in it.
Whoops, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to highlight the importance of taking care of your wet pieces of art, because right across here you might be able to see it. Our wee clumsy clot Jeremy actually hit it against the drying rack. But I'm not bothered about it because it is what it is. I did a wrecked ring here on this pour. There were elements of it that I really loved, like these two corners, especially with the blue and the magenta, which I was really excited to see. I didn't quite love the pearl violet, how this one came through in this piece. So the fact that it is a little smudged doesn't really bother me, because it's one that we might even pour over again. But I actually didn't find the wrecking of this ring terrible, so maybe is something that I'm a lot more comfortable doing now. So maybe this one brought me out of my comfort zone. Nice. But that was my piece.
I love it.
I loved it. Jeremy!
Yes.
Take us through your really wonderful wrecked wing.
I really love the colors of this. I was really happy and excited about this. I thought it came together really well. I'm loving all the violet and the blues that came out, and this like green, this teal. I mean, I just think that it really came out well.
I like it a lot. I don't love a whole lot of green, but with the purple, it actually looked really pretty. And you do get some kind of like tulip or some carnation or something effect in the middle. Yeah. There's a flower there. I just need to do something. I just need to put my finger right in the middle. Oh.
Stop it. Stop.
I do really love this.
I do.
Very cool.
I'm in love with this painting.
Good. You should be. It's really pretty.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, now to something a little exciting. On the Whose Paw Is It Anyway video, we announced that there will be a winner that we will announce today. And we have said person.
Oh.
With the correct answers of A, Jeremy, B, Mina, and C, Lee. That's A, Jeremy, B, Mina, and C, Lee. We have completely picked at random Sharon Sanders. So Yay! Well done, Sharon. You guessed it right. And we also agree with you. It was great fun, and we really enjoyed it. So, Jeremy, if you would like to show Sharon exactly what she's won.
Sharon, you have won this piece of artwork.
I poured this one.
You did pour this one.
I did. It wasn't actually on camera. This was off camera. It was kind of while I was testing out some colours and playing around with a split cup.
I know.
And I really like this piece.
I do too. I really like this piece.
We were going to take it with us into the new home, but we felt that Sharon deserved it more.
Yes.
So Sharon, if you would do me a huge favour and make yourself known, send us an email at masseartstudio@gmail.com. Let us know that it's you, and then we can talk about shipping this one off to you very shortly.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. What else have we got exciting? Oh, just a couple of collaborations in the works. Just a couple. One with our lovely dearest friend, Julie E. from AZ Rock Garden Designs.
Oh my God, so much fun.
Which
I can't wait for this.
It's going to be just pure magic. I'm not going to say anything more, but it's going to be magical. And then we've got a really awesome collaboration coming up with a whole heap of people very, very soon. More on that to come. Thank you everyone who joined us on our live on Sunday. We almost didn't get there ourselves, but finally, with the help of Fiona, we did manage to get it started. We loved it. It was so much fun.
So much fun.
We will endeavour to do them every 2 weeks and just see how that goes. So in a couple of weeks' time, we'll have another live, and hopefully this time without any hitches.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, people, that's it. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. Already 12 days into bloody January.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's gone by so fast.
It's going to be Valentine's Day before we know it. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us on this premiere. We appreciate you all. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you here on our next episode, our premiere on Friday, for another couple of pours.
Sounds good.
Until then, bye guys.
Bye guys.
Have a great week. Okay, so it's that time for us to thank some extra special people. And that's our Patreons. If you didn't know what our Patreon account was, it is a completely separate part of the Masse Art Studio. And we've got some really awesome people that have decided to join. And they get, at certain levels, different perks. Things like an opportunity to see sneak peek pictures, an opportunity to see exclusive behind the scenes videos.
Yep.
Some of our Patreons get to join live streams with us directly. At another level, you might also get the opportunity to have a tutorial with us.
Yeah.
And there's only a handful of people in there. And then at the very top level, a diamond pourer. Those guys get to choose the colors for an actual episode that you guys see on the channel, and then they pick one of the 2 canvases that we make, an 11 by 14, and they get a free canvas every single month. So we really appreciate everyone that wants to take an extra special look and join our Patreon account with us.
Yes.
Now, we'd like to thank, at the gold level, Jane Klein, Trisha West, Janice Pittman, and Janice Swansea. Thank you to our gold MPs, the Masse Posse. We also have at the platinum level, we've got Leslie Beaver. Thank you, Leslie. And at the diamond pouring level, our extra special Patreon, Laurie, aka Sparkles. Thank you so much to everyone, and to everyone else that's listed below right here. We really appreciate you and all your support and wanting to take an extra special support and care of the Masse Art Studio. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.